Hey everybody, welcome to John Tries to Bake. It's been quite a while, but today I'm going to try a new recipe to make some pumpkin scones. So that's what we're going to be doing today. What I've got right here is some flour. I've got some baking powder and salt that I'm going to throw in there. I've got some pumpkin pie spice, of course. And then I've got some cinnamon. And what I'm going to do is just mix up those dry ingredients, make sure everything is well dispersed, and then what I'm going to do is grate some frozen butter to put in there, and then I'll have some wet ingredients to add as well. Use the frozen butter though, because I want to make sure that it doesn't melt before it cooks, and that as it's cooking it releases the steam, stays in the scone, gives it a really nice kind of flaky, crumbly texture. So I'm going to get this all mixed together, grate some butter, and then throw in some wet ingredients before we kind of roll out our dough to cut our scones. All right, I got my cheese grater. I got a stick of butter that I pulled out of the freezer, and again, I'm going to grate it. The idea is to be able to mix it into the dry ingredients, get a nice kind of thick dough with the cold butter, and then we'll add in our wet ingredients, but we want the butter frozen. And it'll grate up just like that. Got my grated butter mixed in with the flour and the dry ingredients. I've got a mixture here of pumpkin puree, brown sugar, cream, egg, vanilla. I'm going to whisk that up a little bit. Then I'm going to introduce it to the dry ingredients. Again, get everything kind of moist. They're all going to be friends. And then I'll roll out a circle of the dough that's there, and I will slice it up into triangles to put in the oven. So I'm going to get all this mixed, then we're going to be friends, and then we're going to roll out the dough. All right, get a nice wet ball of dough, dump it on a floured table, spread it out a little bit, get it about 8 inches around, and then I'm going to slice out 8 wedges that will be the scones that go in the oven. All right, so I'm just going to slice it up like a pizza, and then I'll shift them into the oven, 400 degrees. I'm going to spread them out a little bit, give them a little room to move in to bake, and then 20-25 minutes later, we'll pull them out, let them cool, and we'll top them with a glaze. So here we go. The scones came out of the oven about 23 minutes in. They were starting to get a little bit brown. I've made a chocolate glaze to go on top. It's a mix of chocolate chips, honey, and some unsalted butter. Melted it down, cooled it down a little bit, and I'm just gonna do a kind of a splash of glaze on each of them. So that's what we're gonna do next, and I'll pull in for a close-up on that. All right, and there we have it. I'm back. First attempt at some pumpkin scones with a little chocolate glaze. So look forward to tasting these. I'm sure they'll be great. They smell great. But thanks for watching John Tries to Bake. See you next time.